beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Lucid9. We are here with Yahiko and Mikari, what is her name again? Oh, Mizaki. I was so off. The biggest. I really enjoy the political satire, and the music is just amazing. Also, she is a fan. Have we been watching the same show? Did you know that our patter tag is one of the top trending? What the hell is a patter tag? And Izamu Times has listed us as a viral phenomenon. Viral for what reasons? Well, that must be a different story. Congrats! I was sure that it would be that it would become a big hit. But of course, even the stars themselves are no match for an Akari. Or the moon. Oh yeah, guess what my next dream is? Is it to build a vacation home on the moon? Yes. A vacation home? I wonder what would happen if you jump on a trampoline while on the moon. How high could you go? I don't know, but I'm definitely going to test it. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of the world unless you have like a cord holding you down. Yahiko and Mizaki are new besties apparently, which is nothing short of absolutely terrifying. Meanwhile, I'm being completely ignored. Maybe she doesn't recognize me? Hey, Miki. I called her Miki? She tilted her head in my direction, eyes bright. Hi. Do I know you? Wait, what? She doesn't remember? Come to think of it, she hadn't spared me a single word or even a glance. She doesn't. How could she not? It's Yama Ishimoto. He's my minion. I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Childhood friend, 4 years back, you, me, and Ryui, we all hung out together. Wait, is that the girl? What? Total blankness, she's honestly forgot. Words start pouring out of my mouth as I frantically search for something to get a reaction out of her. We all lived in Seto, a small town 3 hours drive away. Yes? No? I'm sorry, I don't think... We all played together. We were inseparable. We met at that festival, the one with the lanterns. Mizaki's expression gradually turns from polite to more and more skeptical. Of all ways I imagined we'd reunite. This is definitely not at the top of the list. Do you really not remember? I'm really sorry. I'm really very sorry. This can't be it. Ryui and I bawled our eyes after she left. We hovered by the phone for hours waiting for a single call. When nothing came, we even resorted to hovering by the mailbox in the vain hopes that we'd receive some snail mail. Is she saying that during that time, that 1 month, which turned into 6, which turned into 1 year, which turned into 4 years, she'd just forgotten us? How could that be possible? Unless, by any chance, you haven't got into a tragic car accident and ended up with amnesia, have you? That's why you haven't called, not in 4 years. She backs away slowly, eyeing me like I'm an insane psychopath. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. I wore a kimono. You really don't remember? She stops at that, a flash of recognition catching her eyes. Got her. I wore a goodbye kitty kimono and ran around calling you a tooth fairy. You did? On second thought, I really should have talked to her with no one else in the classroom. I was a kid, but you wore a kimono and called her the tooth fairy. Well, yeah, but... About time you admitted, Yama. Wait, was she pretending this whole time? I'm struck speechless as the situation begins to draw on me. You know who I am? Know you? How could I not? It's only been 4 years. Then you were... faking it, of course. Why were you pretending not to notice me earlier? I knew you recognized me. Well, it's not every day you see an old friend who just decided to disappear one day. She stops at that, a flicker of irritation crossing her eyes at my cutting tone. So, did my guy like her here? It's not like I wanted to leave Seto, Yama. So why did you? My mother didn't leave me with much of a choice. You mean Satami? Satami. She nods. You could have at least told us you were moving. I couldn't. I wait for an elaboration, but it never comes. That's it? You just couldn't tell us? Why not? Do you mind if we talk about it later, Yama? I'm not very comfortable discussing it in class. I open mouth to object, but something about Mizaki's expression prevents me from pursuing the issue further. She genuinely seems distraught. Wait. Yama wore a goodbye kitty kimono and called Mizaki the Tooth Fairy? Luckily, Yahiko manages to change the subject. I decide to play along for time being. I was a little kid, dang it! I hear excuses, all excuses. It's not an excuse. There's a legitimate explanation. I somehow fell and got my yukata dirty. I had a burp. And it was at the festival, and we weren't very close to home, and Miki had an extra kimono. A goodbye kitty kimono? Why was she carrying an extra kimono around? Yes. Somehow, having Yahiko mock me just makes the entire thing 10 times worse. I cast a half-pleading, half-indignant glare at Mizaki, who only shrugs in response. It isn't my fault you enjoy cross-dressing. I don't. If only I had Patter at the time, I would have taken a photo. The hell's Patter? It's like an Instagram? Wait, so what's this Patter you keep mentioning? Judging by the reactions I'm getting, I just committed a huge faux pas. Faux pas? Faux pas? I don't know. You don't know what Patter is? Where have you been living your whole life? Under a rock? Well, technically that's what my name would imply. What? Is it like a secret, is it like the secret database or something? Far more importantly, it's the most popular social networking website in today's society. Hello? I don't know why my stream elements is working right now. Good thing it's on. I guess someone subscribed to my channel and just alerted me. I really question your priorities. Through Patter, or followed me on Twitch. I don't know which one, but I'm not gonna check. Through Patter, you share posts with 90 characters or less. It allows you to spread important news, demonstrate your support, provide instant feedback to questions, or just blog about your day. So I don't know. What is that like in our time? Facebook? I don't know. I don't use Facebook a lot though. Government got big because of Patter. It's not Tumblr either, or Instagram. You can't get like news off of that. Well, I wouldn't know. I only follow beauty Instagrammers and food. As for me, I like to give updates on the progress of my day. Okay, fine, but does anybody actually care? I feel like it's like a Twitter for me, because I get my news off Twitter. A sudden deathly chill pervades the room. My second major faux pas of the day, apparently. People care. Are you sure? Because the way I see it, tapping 2 buttons doesn't exactly make you... They care! They care, damn it! Don't say nothing different till you pat yourself. I guess it's like tweet yourself. Don't say nothing? Intense Mizaki? Wait, what? But the conversation grinds to a halt when Mizaki's phone trills in her hand. She immediately regains her composure. Kazuhaya speaking? Yes? Understood. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I really hate this pose of her and her little selection. Like, she looks better here, but on the other one, she just looks too forward. Like, her head's like too big. She cuts the call and shoves her phone into her pocket, looking me square in the eye. I must go. Duty calls. Duty? What kind of duty? My employer has a job for me. Job? Now? What about school? Oh, I'm sure they'll excuse this one. Let's talk in later, Yama. Oh, and make sure to bring Ryui, okay? Goodbye. Nah, I still love Ryui the most out of the girls so far. And like a tornado stalking its next target, she blazes out of the room. I'm left completely dumbfounded with the Yahiko who's dancing around the room like he just won his mansion on the moon. I have a fan! I have an actual fan! A real fan! I wonder how long it'll be before I can pledge her to my service as my first true minion. Wow. That's not happening. I had to adjust myself in my chair. I wordlessly leave him in his fantasy of world domination and head to the cafeteria. It's more out of routine than actually feeling hungry. The shock of running into an old friend after 4 years might have something to do with that. Maybe I should be angrier at Mizaki, but at the same time, who knows what had happened with her and her mother. She seemed pretty uncomfortable talking about it. At least she's here now. I guess that's all that matters. If Mizaki wants to tell me, she will in her own time. The cafeteria is broad and beautiful, boasting polished surfaces and tidy, well-lit spaces. Modern furniture settles well on the brushed mahogany floor. Students in pristine uniforms travel to and fro, scooping food from the extensive buffet encounters around the perimeter of the cafeteria and returning to their friends. I sprout Ryui in the back corner of the cafeteria, staring up at the skylights with a thoughtful tilt to her head. Actually, this would be a perfect time to tell her about Mizaki. Ryui would be thrilled to see her again. Hey Ryui! She jumps slightly at the sudden sound, and only then do I remember that I'm supposed to be apologizing for being dramatic yesterday. Except I've never been great at apologizing, or even good, or actually even mildly passable. Say, how are you? I'm doing okay. How was class? It was okay, I guess. Oh, okay. We shuffle for a moment and I finally clear my throat. About yesterday. It's okay, Yama. I know that seeing the bus must have brought up some memories. You were just lashing out. But I shouldn't have. No, I guess not. So next time something like that happens, I reserve the right to slap you silly. And just like that, everything is right between us. What have I done to deserve a friend like this? Thanks. But buy me lunch. What? Oh, come on, it's only fair. If I go in depth, I blame you for constantly mooching off of me. Are you ever gonna pay for your own food? Probably not. But you can't count those grocery trips, because I ended up cooking everything for you. And yourself. Labor taxes. Let's go already. I'm hungry. But just as she reaches forward and pulls my arm to her side, we hear a very familiar voice from behind us. Well, well, well. What have we here? Oh, hello, teacher! We jerk around in synchronization and promptly come face to face with Mr. Ryota. Ryui quickly squeaks and jumps away, suddenly bashful. Oh, hi, Mr. Ryota! Look at you two, the adorable childhood friends, finally getting together after years of unneeded drama. I feel sick. What is this, some crappy anime? What? We're not together! I wouldn't go out with Yama in a million years! It's actually really adorable. I struggle to maintain a straight face. I know, I'm just too good for you. She snaps back into the Ryui that the rest of the academy knows her as. Witty, confident, and a touch malicious. She opens her mouth, no doubt to smite me with some comeback or another, but Mr. Ryota breaks us up. Well, if I don't end up barfing my guts out, you guys will have the most adorable wedding in all of history. And there goes Ryui. How can you say something like that, Mr. Ryota? You're a teacher. You should know better. Oh, come on. You two will look back on this day, mark my words. The cheerful wavy splits to the faculty express line. What if I ended up not dating her, huh, Mr. Ryota? But then eventually I would probably go back to her, though. I feel. Those words sound fairly ominous. I can already imagine all the embarrassing stories he'd deliberately share with the other wedding guests. We'd probably have so many people rolling in the aisles from laughter that Ryui wouldn't even be able to walk properly. What the heck am I even thinking about? Wedding? Ryui? Ugh, Mr. Ryota is being his usual self, I see. Yep. Now he's got me thinking about. Nope, not going there. Maybe now would be a good time to switch topic. Alright, I even have the perfect material. Hey Ryui, you're not gonna believe this, but I saw Miki today. Ryui's face cuts to complete blankness in the space of a millisecond. It is really shocking news. Maybe I should have eased it a bit. She ended up transferring to the school and we coincidentally wound up in the same class. Dead silence. I finally start to feel a prickle of apprehension. We can hang out together again. We can... Did you talk to her? What? Of course, it's Miki. Ryui, what's wrong? Aren't you happy? Well, no, I'm not. As far as I'm concerned, she has nothing to do with either of us anymore. Don't you remember? remember. We were kids who held a stupid grudge for something beyond her control. Come on, we're older than that now. Oh, are we? She didn't really apologize, did she? Well, I paused for a moment. Ryui's expression immediately darkens. I see that she didn't, and I know why. Because she wasn't there to see you fall apart. I don't think you remember, Yama, but you were in a really bad place after she left. Even to the point where, I mean, you know, but that wasn't because of Mizaki. I mean, yeah, but she triggered the whole thing. It's just, when I think about it, I get really mad at her. Really mad. So it's probably best for both of her and me if she stays away. So, you're not gonna be friends again? The thought is so baffling that I can't help but stutter. In my mind, we'd always been a package deal. Me, Ryui, Mizaki. It was either all or nothing. Well, last episode you said it was you and Ryui. If you two aren't together, it's nothing. Now it's 3? I mean, you're your own person, so you should hang out with whoever you want. But I can't be buddy-buddy with Mizaki until she realizes what she's done. I never thought Ryui, of all people, would be irrational. How bad had I been exactly? I never seen Ryui so upset. At least not in a really long time. Sorry to be a downer. Why don't we just grab some lunch? How about you go on ahead? I need to talk to Mr. Ryota. Okay. Surprisingly, she doesn't ask me any more questions. She heads to the lunch line without a word. Man, you making her pay for her own lunch now? Oh, I had to take a Gatorade break. Maybe she also feels rotten inside, like something has been lost forever. I shake these thoughts and immediately locate Mr. Ryota, who's just popped out of the faculty line and conveniently enough is heading in my direction. He watches our separation with an eyebrow raised to his hairline. Oh, are the newlyweds already running into trouble? I ignored this. Good timing, Mr. Ryota. I wanted to ask you something. If the question is whether to officially ask Ryui out, the answer is yes. What? No! No, that's not the question. Oh, really? That's a bit boring. Ryui and I aren't, you know what? Never mind. I was wondering what it means when you see someone you haven't seen in forever, who you thought disappeared off the planet. It means exactly what you just said. Your life actually is a crappy anime. I never said that. Oh, you didn't? Mr. Ryota. Sorry. Can't help it. Now, who's this person you haven't seen in forever? She just transferred into my class this morning. Ryui, her, me. We were really close when we were little. Back in our hometown, Seto. Transfer student. Childhood friend. Don't even think about it. Too late. My life is not a crappy anime. It's not. You're right. It's a really crappy anime. So what's the problem? Well, I talked with her, and I think we'll be friends again. But Ryui is jealous? What? No! What is this, junior high? Sorry, I'll shut up. See, when Mizaki, that's the transfer student, left, she accidentally triggered a giant depressive state that basically left me in the dumps for a year. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. Ryui claims it was bad. Yama, when can you come to my office today? I want to listen properly to you, and the cafeteria is not exactly an ideal environment. Well, I guess that Mr. Ryota got hired into his job for an actual reason. Okay, guess I'll drop by after school. No, or during, really. Either way works. Now off to lunch you! Gotta eat before the bell rings. Young growing boys need all the nutrition they can get. Okay. He can't sound like the wise. All-knowing teacher when he just, wait. He can't sound like the wise all-knowing teacher when he just implied it was fine for me to ditch school. See you later, Mr. Ryota. He only responds with a casual wave before he saunters over to the nearest table, chatting easily with a group of students. So he's that teacher. I snag a plate of food and search for Ryui, but she's nowhere in sight. Guess that conversation took a little longer than I originally intended. I quickly scarf my food down and return to the classroom. Alright, class, let's take secondary roll before we head to the courtyard. Well, what? We have more PE? The teacher's halfway through rolling her eyes before she catches herself. I guess it's not a good example to roll your eyes in front of your students. No, Yahiko, today's career day, as has been announced over the PA for the past 3 days. Afternoon classes are canceled so that the third years may explore possible future occupations with specialists. Oh, right. Questions of the future. Writing prompt about our dream job now. Career day. I think I'm sensing a pattern here. We're already running a little late, so let's make this quick. Anyone missing? Nope. That prompts us to glance around. I think he's right, ma'am. Everyone's here. Everyone except Mizaki, who apparently is at her job. Time to do some not-so-subtle recon. Teacher, where's that girl? The one sitting by the window. The teacher waves her hand dismissively. Special circumstances? Anyone else? Despite myself, I feel a prick of curiosity. Special circumstances? What kind of circumstances could warrant such an offhand dismissal from the teacher? I thought most teachers loathed making exceptions for mandatory events. Just what could Mizaki's job be? I'm gonna stop here for today. I'm probably gonna start lowering my recording time to 20 minutes just so it's easier on me, because 30 minutes is a long time, especially when I have like 4 series going on at once. So I hope you guys are okay with the 10-minute cutoff. Usually in the very beginning of my YouTube career it was only 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then I made it 30, but I think I need to cut back now. So don't be angry with me, okay? Don't be like commenting down, oh, I missed the Aromie, because the Aromie actually only did 15 to 20 minutes. So midway Aromie did 30, but now I'm gonna go back to 15 to 20 just to save me some time. Anyway, I don't know where the mystery is supposed to be happening in this game. I guess the mystery is what I was doing during the depressive state of meeting Mizaki. I believe we've met 4 out of the 5 girls, or have we met all of them already? I'm not too sure. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.